What you're going to see on michaelsavage.com is what essentially the entire national media has been talking about now for the last 2.5 days, nonstop, around the clock. And that is the massacre in Aurora, Colorado. And in particular, there are some stories up on michaelsavage.com that show how desperate the media have been in trying to smear conservatives, tar conservatives, connect conservatives as somehow being responsible for James Holmes walking into a movie theater, a crowded, filled movie theater, on the opening night, the premiere of Batman: The Dark Knight Rises, with a gas mask, with body armor, with a semi-assault rifle, a 12-gauge shotgun, 2 handguns, and butchering 12 innocent people and wounding 58 others. And immediately, we had just heard about the massacre without even knowing who the true killer was, the identity of the killer, the background of the killer, any of his medical past, his psychological profile, on minimal information. Immediately, ABC News' George Stephanopoulos went to their supposed crackerjack reporter, Brian Ross, and right away said, we found a James Holmes in Colorado, and he's on a Tea Party website. Maybe the Tea Party, there's a connection to the Tea Party. And they had to retract it. But immediately, they were looking to discredit and smear and slander conservatives and the right in this country, somehow tying them to this act of senseless, demonic, sadistic violence. And it has not stopped. For the entire weekend, CNN, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Washington Post, USA Today, NPR, it's like a drumbeat, one after another. We need more gun control. We need stricter gun laws. We have to blame the internet. We have to blame American society. We have to blame everybody for this killing, except the man who did it. James Holmes. Have you noticed when the left talks about this case, when they talk about this tragedy and this senseless slaughter, they never blame the perpetrator. They never blame the gunman. They never blame the man who's got blood on his hands. No. It's the NRA's fault. It's the gun lobby's fault. It's the Second Amendment's fault. It's the internet's fault. Now there's too much information on the internet. We have to use this now to regulate and censor and control the internet now. No, because he got so much of his bomb-making equipment through the internet. What I find most despicable is how the media in this country, like a bunch of vultures, like a bunch of scavengers, like a bunch of mercenaries, immediately seized upon this massacre without even thinking about the victims, without even thinking about their families, without even a sense of common decency and dignity and respect for the dead and those mourning the dead and those still in hospital fighting for their lives, and immediately had to politicize it. Immediately had to exploit it for crass political advantage.